I am Nidhi Gupta. Today we will discuss the topic NFA to DFA conversion. First of all, we should know what is NFA and what is DFA. NFA stands for non-deterministic finite automata. Finite automata is an automata in which there is no manpower is required. This is finite limited amount of information we are retrieving from the finite automata. Non-deterministic finite automata, for the single input, for the same input from a single node, we have more than one output. As we can see in this example, for the node Q0, when we are giving the input A, we are getting two outputs, Q1 and Q2. In this way, this is an NFA. This is an NFA, that is why we are converting it to a DFA. DFA is deterministic finite automata in which output is deterministic, which means for a single input from a single node, we will get only one output, that is deterministic. Deterministic means in Hindi nishchit. Output is deterministic. In NFA, output is non-deterministic. For now, as it is clear from this example that this is an NFA, because for Q0 I am giving A, then I am getting output Q1 and Q2 as well. For Q1, when I am giving A, I am getting Q1 and Q2 as well. That is why this is an NFA. This NFA consists of 5 tuples. One is Q, a set of states. Q0, Q1, Q2 comes under Q. Then second thing which it contains is input symbol, that is A comma B. We are having two inputs, one is A and second is B. There is a initial state name as Q0 and two final states, Q0 and Q1. Double circle means Q final state, and this symbol shows that it is an initial state. And the production rules are such that on giving Q0 A, and I am getting the output Q1 as well Q2. First of all, we need to make a table. We have to make a table of this DFA. For that, first of all, I will write all the states here. All the states which I have written, I will put it on here. And on this side, I will mention the inputs. For this example, we only have two inputs, that is why we are writing A or B, A and B here. For another example, when we have more than two inputs, then we can mention all the inputs here. We have to represent this NFA in the tabular form. For this purpose, what will I do? When I am at Q0 state, this is an initial state as well as a final state. It is clear now? Q0 is initial and Q1 and as well as final. Now, when I am at Q0 state and I am giving the input A, when I am at Q0 state, I am giving the input A, I am reaching to the state Q1 as well as Q2. Then, when I am at Q0 stage and I am giving the input A, then I will reach to the stage Q1, Q2 as well. You have to show all the production in tabular form. When I am the state Q0, I am giving the input A, I will reach to the both state Q1 and Q2. That is why I have mentioned Q1, Q2. Now, at state Q0, we have not applied any input B. We will mention here phi. This is also known as null. Phi is null. We are not giving the input B. That is why we have written here null. Now, second state is Q1. Now, at second state, when I am applying the input A, I am reaching to the state A as well I am reaching to the state Q2, Q1 and Q2. Then again we will mention here Q1, Q2. This has been done in similar manner as we have written the first production. For the second, the case is same. I am giving A, then I am getting Q1 as well as Q2. That is why I have written here Q1, Q2. At the same time, at state Q1, we are not applying the input B. That is why we will mention null here again. This is called phi or null. At state Q2, when we are applying A, input A, we are not applying input A at Q2 state, it will be null. At state Q2, we are applying the input value B. When we are applying B, we are reaching to the state Q1 as well as the state Q3. Then we will mention here Q1, comma Q3. Now at Q3 state, we are applying the input A, we are reaching to Q1 comma Q2. Now we have to check whether we are applying B to Q3 or not. At Q3 we are not applying B, that is why we will mention here null. In this way we can see, we can represent any NFA, any DFA in the tabular form. Now what we have to do is, we have to convert this NFA table to the DFA table. From that DFA table we will make a DFA. How can we convert this NFA table to DFA table? First of all, you have to write input symbols here. For both the cases, whether you are taking NFA or TFA, the symbol will be, the input symbols will remain same. A and B will be the input symbol for DFA as well as for NFA also. Then in that case, we also retain AB here, then AB here. You have to write first line as it is to the DFA table. You have to return first line as it is to as a DFA table. Q0, this is the initial state, and Q1, Q2 and null. In this way. Now what you have to do? You have to take all the states which are coming at this right side to the left side. Now here is Q1, Q2, then next state of DFA table will be Q1 comma Q2. What you have to do? You have to make the output symbols for A and B from this state. For that you have to union the values of Q1 and Q2. The union is a function of set theory. What you have to do at Q1 and Q2, what are the output symbols for Q1 and Q2? At A, when I am giving A, at Q1 and Q2 I am getting Q1, Q2 and null. I have to merge, I have to make a union of these two. Then here will come Q1 comma Q2. We will not consider null because null is nothing. Null is nothing. Then we have to check for the input symbol B. Then it will come null Q1 comma Q3. We can leave null. That is why it will come here Q1 comma Q3. Then here is null. We will consider null at last. Now we will check for the second. We have to take all the value as at the right side of the table to the left value. We have to take all these values to the left hand side of our table. Now at Q1, Q2, we have already considered Q1, Q2. We can escape this. Now Q1 comma Q3. Again we have to do the same thing at Q1 comma Q3. When I am at Q1 comma Q3, I have to make a union operation. I have to apply a union operation to these values. At Q1 comma Q3, I will apply the union operation. Then what will happen? For input A, at Q1 I am getting Q1, Q2. Similarly at input B, at input A for Q3 state, I am getting the input Q1 comma Q2. Then I will write here Q1 comma Q2. As we all know, in union operation these elements of sets are not repeated. That is why we are only writing here Q1 comma Q2. We are not writing Q1 Q2 and Q1 Q2. We can't include repetition of any element. Now at B state I am making union of this and null, then there will be a null here. Now we can consider a state null. It is up to you. You can escape null or you can include null. It is up to you. If you want to escape this, you can escape this null state. Now from this up, then we have to make a diagram from this table. As we have made a table from the diagram, now we have to make a diagram from this table. Now how our diagram will look? It will consist of 4 states: Q0, Q0, Q1, Q2, Q1, Q3 and null. Q0, Q1, Q2, Q1, Q3 and as well null also. Now Q0 is our initial state. We have started In our question, Q0 and Q1 both are final state. For a DFA, when we make a final state, all the states which include Q0 and Q1 will be the final state. Now we can check Q0 also include Q0, then this will be the final state. Q1, Q2 include Q1, that is why this is final state. Q1, Q3 include Q1 also, that is why this is also a final state. Null is nothing, we can't take any risk with it. Now at Q0, when I am giving A input, I am getting Q1, Q2. At Q0, when I am giving A input, I am getting Q1, Q2. Q0 is also a final state, you have to mention it as a final state. Now at Q0, when I am giving B input, I am getting null. At Q0, when I am applying input B, I will reach to the state null. Now at state Q1 or Q2, when I am at state Q1, Q2 and I am applying A input, I will reach to the state Q1, Q2 itself. We can mention it like this. Now at state Q1, Q2, when I am applying B's input, I will reach to the state Q1, Q3. Then I have to mention this B, and this is also a final state, and this is also a final state. At Q1, Q3, when I am applying A, I am reaching to Q1, Q2. Sorry. When I am applying at Q1, Q2, I am applying B input, I am getting Q. At Q1, Q3, I am applying A, I am reaching to Q1, Q2. Then I will mention it like this. At Q1, Q3, I am applying B, that is null. And now at null, when I apply A and B both, I will reach to the state null. A, B. This diagram is complete now. We have converted this NFA to and DFA. Now we have to check whether it is a DFA or not. You can check at any state when I am applying the input, I am reaching only to the single state. For the same input, we are not getting more than one output. At A, we are getting Q1, Q2. At B, we are getting null. At A, we are getting this. At B, we are getting this. And at A, this. And at B, we are reaching to null. When there is no output state, we have mentioned that null. In some books, you can see that this state is not considered. This state is not considered. In that case, your question is also right. Now, what you have to do is, this is a DFA. You have to define all 5 tuples of this DFA. You can define these tuples like this. A DFA consists of 5 tuples. A DFA consists of 5 tuples. You have to mention all 5 tuples. First tuple is Q. For this diagram, value of Q will be Q0, Q1, Q2, Q1, Q3. Q0 initial state is equal to Q0, and production rules. Before production rules, you should mention input symbols. Input symbols are A, B. As we are giving only 2 input, that is why input symbols are A, B. Now production rules are, at state Q0, I am applying A, then I am reaching to the state Q1, Q2. I am not applying B2 because we have removed that symbol, that null state. At state Q1, Q2, I am applying A, then I am reaching to the state Q1, Q2 as itself. When at state Q1, Q2, I am applying B symbol, I will reach to the state Q1, Q3. At state Q1, Q3, I am applying A, then I will reach to the state Q1, Q2. And 5th tuple of any DFA is set of final state. In this case, F is Q0. All the states are itself a final state, Q1, Q2 and Q1, Q3. You can do one more thing. You can mention it as a state 1, this state as a 2 and this state as a 3. If you want, you can remove this by Q1 this q1 q2 by 2 and q1 q3 by 3. In this way any NFA can be converted into DFA. Any non-deterministic output can be converted into a DFA. In which way we can say every NFA is a DFA. NFA and DFA conversion. We require NFA and DFA conversion because when we design a machine there should not be any problem, which means our machine should give the actual output. It should not give any assumptions or something. That is why we need a DFA for any machine when we design a logic. This is all about this topic. Thank you.